His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa chaired the weekly cabinet meeting at Gudaibiya Palace. The cabinet commended the kingdom's successful hosting of the 3rd Asian Youth Games in Bahrain, held under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. The cabinet also praised the organisers and celebrated the achievements of Bahraini athletes. The cabinet noted the contributions of both His Majesty the King's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs and the chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, His Highness Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and the first Deputy Chairman of the Supreme Council for Youth and Sports, Chairman of the General Sports Authority and President of Bahrain Olympic Committee, His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, in advancing the kingdom's achievements across the youth and sports sectors. The cabinet congratulated His Majesty the King on the kingdom's successful organisation of the IISS Manama Dialogue 2025, affirming that the forum's discussions contribute to strengthening international understanding and cooperation in support of regional and global security. It congratulated Egypt on the inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, which was attended by His Royal Highness on behalf of His Majesty. The cabinet expressed gratitude for the warm reception extended to His Royal Highness and the accompanying delegation during their visit. The meeting noted that the Grand Egyptian Museum stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Egyptian civilization and highlights the importance of culture as a cornerstone for fostering connections and mutual understanding among nations. The cabinet also expressed appreciation for the pioneering efforts of Egypt in preserving heritage, advancing global civilization, and building bridges of communication between peoples and culture. The meeting then stressed the importance of the 3rd edition of the Gateway Gulf Investment Forum 2025, hosted by Bahrain under the patronage of His Royal Highness. The cabinet noted that the forum serves as a leading regional economic platform, showcasing promising investment opportunities in the kingdom and beyond, reinforcing Bahrain's position as a regional hub for investment. The cabinet also welcomed the announcement of 61 initiatives and 33 agreements for new projects with a total value of approximately $17 billion, noting that the forum's successful organization and international participation reflects the efforts of the organizers, including the Bahrain Economic Development Board. It extended its condolences to the family of the citizen who was reported lost at sea, stressing the importance of adhering to maritime and fishing safety procedures, laws and regulations. The cabinet also called on all citizens and residents to cooperate with the relevant security authorities to help safeguard lives and property. The meeting commended the dedicated efforts of the Coast Guard in ensuring the safety and security of seafarers, commending their professionalism and swift response to emergencies. The cabinet also expressed its gratitude to the General Directorate of Coast and Border Security in Qatar for their contribution in this regard. It congratulated all Bahraini doctors and healthcare professionals on Bahraini Doctors' Day, commending their dedication contributions to the development of medical services in the kingdom. The cabinet then welcomed the recent UN Security Council resolution regarding the situation in the Western Sahara. In this regard, the cabinet noted that the resolution, which calls for negotiations based on the Moroccan Autonomy Initiative, represents an important step towards reaching a final and lasting political solution to the issue in line with the principles and objectives of the UN Charter and relevant Security Council resolutions. The cabinet also expressed its appreciation for the US's diplomatic efforts in drafting and presenting the resolution, which reaffirms the importance of resolving disputes through negotiations. The cabinet then reviewed and approved the following memorandums. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft law approving Bahrain's accession to the annex of the Multilateral Competent Authority Agreement on the automatic exchange of financial account information. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a draft law aimed at establishing a comprehensive legislative framework that promotes coexistence, tolerance, and the combating of hate speech as key pillars of unity. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding several draft resolutions to restructure various teams and committees related to the health sector. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a memorandum of understanding between the Ministry of Tourism and the Singapore Gulf Bank. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding a memorandum of understanding between the University of Bahrain and the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines in the U.S. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding memorandums of understanding between the Judicial and Legal Studies Institute and both the Euro University of Bahrain and the Royal University for Women. A memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Legal and Legislative Affairs regarding the initiation of negotiations between Bahrain and the European Union on a strategic partnership agreement. The Cabinet then noted the following ministerial reports: the outcomes of the Kingdom's participation in the Future Investment Initiative Forum, the outcomes of Bahrain's participation in the 27th meeting of the GCC Ministerial Committee for Transport and Communications, the outcomes of participation in the Global Health Forum 2025, a report submitted by the Minister of Industry and Commerce on the outcomes of Bahrain's participation in several GCC ministerial committees.